Aren't you proud, you voters, who voted for this goddamned idiot? Or voted third party or didn't bother to vote. And it's all on you. Don't come to my channel and say it's the Democrats. You did it. Your vote created this mess. Assuming, and I'm going to make an assumption here, that there weren't voter irregularities. Because there probably were. And now all of us are going to pay the goddamn price for your stupidity. And I am not going to have respect for people who do this. Who sell this country down the river to a bunch of gangsters. Because Trump is a gangster. So is Musk. But I've been going on a back and forth on certain discussion boards and stuff. Although I don't spend that much time on the internet these days because the news is too damn terrifying. And just when you think Trump can go low, he goes lower. But I try to limit it because you get sick to see what this stuff is. But Trump, probably if any character in movies is like Trump, it's that damn Captain Queeg in the Caine Mutiny. With him and his strawberries and those damn metal balls he kept using as a fidget. Humphrey Bogart was a great actor. And that was one of his most notable roles, was that. But at least there was a mutiny. At least. But here, la-di-da-di-da-di-da. And it isn't just the Democrats. It's the fucking Republicans. We need to put the blame where it is. And they've been pulling this shit since the late 60s. And they're demonizing minorities and women, and of course those hippies and everybody else, in order to gain power. And then you had the Powell memo that laid out the blueprint for how they were going to create a country by and for the rich. And of course the big con is you try to con people into social issues or all kinds of idiotic things like anti-abortion stuff to appeal to the religious nutters. And hey, even compromise feminism by playing the gender critical garbage. Which, I mean, there's a point to it, but it's such small potatoes compared to this stuff. But it's enough to con you into voting for them, and all they care about is the GOP, when I say them, and all they care about is handing your hard-earned money to people like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and Charles Koch and all the rest of these goddamn psychopaths. That's what they're about. They're reverse Robin Hood. And this reverse Robin Hood continued into the Reagan years. And, well, actually continued into it. It actually really started during the Reagan years with all of the Milton Friedman nonsense. You know, the libertarian stuff. The neo-lib stuff. That's kind of where it started. But now, Trump has put tariffs on Canada. Just wait. Just wait what happens when all these farmers go bankrupt, when the whole economy goes bankrupt. Think about that. Think about what's going to happen when you can't afford food. Or, so much of our food is exported, we create famine in other countries. Think about that. Think about your goddamn vote. And what the hell you voted for? To teach the Democrats a lesson? Go to goddamn hell. Don't even come on my channel. If you're going to say something stupid, don't even do it. Anyway, it's not welcome. I'm too old for that goddamn bullshit. But anyway, Donald Trump said Sunday that Americans could feel some pain, oh, that's putting it mildly, from the emerging trade war triggered by its tariffs against Canada, Mexico, and China, and claimed that Canada would cease to exist without its trade surplus with the United States. Oh my fucking hell, he thinks he's a madman. He's a madman. He needs to be removed. Not, oh, we're gonna play rope-a-dope. We're gonna do this. that way for the Democrats. But they don't have the votes. It's the GOP. And pressure has got to be put on him. Because I'm telling you, my prediction is Trump will never last 4 years. It'll be a surprise if he lasts 6 months at the rate he's going. And then, of course, not that. There are several reasons Musk wants to control Treasury payments. This goddamn psychopath has control over the purse strings. What the hell's wrong with you people that voted for that? It's not about your little pet issue. This goddamn shit's gonna kill people. I'm sorry I'm raising my voice, but this makes me furious. This shit makes me furious. It's barely been 2 weeks, but Elon Musk's attempt to run the federal government like one of his businesses, oh shit, government's not a business, has already resulted in a level of chaos and inefficiency we've never before seen in Washington. By design, it sure as hell keeps everybody distracted from what Putin is doing over there in the Ukraine and all the rest of it. We know what Putin is trying to do is bring back the old USSR and the Iron Curtain, even though Russia or whatever, even though the USSR couldn't afford to stay together. It was broke. Earlier this week, the White House took a page straight out of the so-called Department of Government Efficiency playbook and attempted to freeze federal funding for SNAP, Medicaid, and other programs working families rely on. Working people, not just families, you dumbass. A move so disastrous that the courts intervened and the administration had to reverse course. Musk and his allies have also been busy firing the federal workforce, offering deferred resignations and replacing longtime civil servants with his personal lackeys. Oh my God. Goddamn mobsters. That's what they are. The Office of Personnel Management, the key staffing agency for the entire federal government, is being run by a cadre of Musk cronies. And if you ain't scared of what's coming down the pike, then you're pretty damn stupid. And Friday, the highest-ranking career official at the Treasury Department, David A. LeBrick, reportedly resigned after refusing to hand Musk's lackeys and keys to the government's entire payment system and the $6 trillion in payments the system processes annually. And of course, Musk, in his dementia, his demented idea, he wants to be the world's first trillionaire. He's a damn piece of shit. He needs to be kicked out of the United States, have all of his assets seized. Get him out. Get all of these billionaires who are trying to subvert the country out of the country. But Trump has to go. Trump has to go. He has to go. The Treasury's payment system is responsible for delivering trillions in Social Security payments, Medicare benefits, and more to millions of Americans across the country. It is not yet entirely clear what Musk plans to do with this system, which has historically been overseen by a small number of career officials, but a few possibilities have emerged. First, accessing could be a path to freezing government funding. He could halt payments to Medicaid, Meals on Wheels, Head Start, and more, maneuvering around the courts. He needs to be out the door. Musk could also get his hands on the do not pay system that lists individuals or contractors the government has blacklisted. Oh my God, how did this guy get it? While the Trump administration has sworn up and down it will not touch Social Security and Medicare, it's hard not to question whether this access could put these payments right in DOGE's crosshairs. Initially, Musk pledged that DOGE would cut $2 trillion from the federal budget. He has no qualifications to be anywhere near the government. People, what did you vote for? Or voted third party or didn't vote? What the hell were you thinking? And he's pledged that he'll cut it. Nor is Musk chasing these cuts for their own sake. He's helping congressional Republicans attempt to pay for a new round of tax breaks for corporations and the ultra-wealthy. Reverse Robin Hood. That is all Republicans are about. But I'm telling you, this isn't going to last. This is not going to last, people. This fucking scares me. It's nice to believe in a fantasy in which Musk and DOGE work alongside civil servants to improve technology and services. But that isn't what he is for Americans and save a few bucks along the way. But all evidence points to the contrary. The richest man in the world, whom nobody elected to any governmental position, is seeking unprecedented access to confidential information, including information pertaining to his own business interests, and seems hell-bent on cutting off as much funding as possible for the programs that matter to the rest of us. He needs to be deported. Luckily, Americans see right through this grift. Only 52% have unfavorable view of Musk. What the hell? It should be 100%. Americans don't want an unelected and unaccountable billionaire dictating what working people, not just families, can and cannot afford. If Musk is going to continue running the government like one of his failed businesses, perhaps someone should force his resignation too. A lot more. They ain't going to get away with it, folks. They ain't going to get away with it. And I cannot say on a platform like YouTube what I think is going to happen. But I have no doubt at some point it will. So just when you think Trump and Musk can't go low enough, they keep going lower because there's no bottom to which they won't go. So pat yourself on the back, you little self-righteous idiots, that you voted for this, or you didn't vote, or you voted third party. Pat yourself on the back when you're starved to death. And this is only Musk. This isn't even talking about the Christian Reconstructionists. But there's so much it's so much infiltrated in the government that I'm not sure that the usual method is going to work to rid it of the rot. And the rot has been festering in there since around 1981. Anyway, sorry for this rant, but it pisses me off. And anyway, that is going to be probably it for me right now until the next outrage.